Good evening. This is the Athens City Shade Tree Commission meeting for March 12th, 2015. We have no Title 33 issues. Under Title 37, we have the review of our tree list. We have had a tree list in place, and periodically we review it. The last time it was reviewed is 2005, and so 2015 sounds like a good date to review it on. We have had some extensive comments from Emily, and I've included, I think, all of those. I have one question. If anyone needs a copy, I've got a spare copy here. The calorie flowering pear, do we want to remove that from the list because of the fire blight issues and other issues that go with that one?
I think the consensus at the last meeting was to remove it when we discussed it.
Okay.
But we didn't have a vote on it.
Well, if we all agree, we will remove it.
What about the invasive aspect too?
Well, yes, I think that is another one. We will.
Three strikes and it's out.
Yeah. I'd already put a line through it, but I just wanted to confirm that we still were of the opinion we wanted to get it off there. I think I've removed the duplicates that we've got in there, and I think I've moved around the ones that were in the wrong height category. I added quite a bit in the small tree category, particularly revised the crabapple recommendations based on what Emily had found. There are more trees for fall colour and flowering trees that are noted now in here as well. I didn't get around to circulating this to Mason Chambers and to Rudy Baumgartel, and I also wanted to get it to Greenleaf Nurseries. So what I'd suggest is we're in no rush to approve this at this meeting, so I think we should put off the final approval to the next meeting, and I will get out the email tonight to these people and just check and see if they have any comments on the lists that we've got here.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
And this is recommended. This is not anyone can plant trees other than are on the lists, correct?
Yes, as long as they are not invasive. There are some that the state of Ohio doesn't want us to go planting, like the tree of heaven.
Right.
We have a no plant list, don't we? Or
no.
Please don't plant?
No, we rely on the state of Ohio.
Okay.
One for that.
David, I've had questions about some of the trees on this list because there's some that certainly are not good for any situation. They have some disadvantages. And if we're putting it out to the general public, I've wondered whether we should be more selective.
I was thinking it should be more inclusive, and that people should read and work with their nursery people, and that these are the suggestions, because
that's true if people will do that.
The areas that we're including in this are those, yes, adjacent to parking lots, and clearly there are some trees, for instance, sweet gum, which I think was missing off here, and I think it should be on here. That's a tree that you wouldn't want to put in an area where people are walking routinely, but it's got beautiful colour. If you've got an area off to one side where it can be planted, it's a feature.
And it's one of those trees that will take difficult conditions.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah. So I mean, silver maple, we wouldn't recommend that anywhere where people are walking a lot. But if you've got a large soccer field
buildings
somewhere that you want to put some trees alongside, as the city has, we've recommended that they plant silver maples for that. So there are certain trees, yes, that you wouldn't plant in certain places.
Could we add to the somewhere like an intro or something?
Probably put it at the end.
Well, that the that we strongly recommend that people go to whatever a good website is and check out the requirements or the characteristics of a tree that they're particularly interested in planting
For that
Yeah.
particular site.
before
Yep.
they purchase.
Yeah. I've already.
Okay.
I was. The words I'd got was consult with a professional landscaper.
Give them a website too, I think would be good, because it's a lot easier to do that than it is to,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you can't always rely on every landscaper.
Oh no. But what I'm thinking of is this list really comes under the guise of what we're recommending that people could use for Title 37.
Right.
And they are usually commercial
Yes,
developers.
right.
They are usually employing professional landscapers.
Correct.
Therefore,
Right.
they should be consulting those people.
Mm-hmm.
We could put the links to the Ohio State's University's tree website and the University of Florida's on our tree commission site. Those are good sources for
Okay.
information regarding
University of
Plantings.
Florida?
they've done the research for all regions.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
okay.
And they're
Yeah, I
on
didn't
our-
mean to mislead you
Plant
there.
palm
They,
trees,
and,
don't
they-
we?
and those are on our
We could
website.
dream.
we could put those on our website.
Okay, because that's the other way of doing it. We put a link to our website in here that takes people to
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
I
And that may
think
be better, actually.
Yeah, because the
Yeah. You got some
resources will
traffic
change.
on the website.
I think the Missouri Botanic Garden is a good site for the general public.
Okay.
Whatever links that you think would be applicable and useful, we can put on there.
We got 3 so far: OSU, Florida, and Missouri Botanical Garden.
David, we
And
do
would you have any other suggestions?
No, those all sound good.
Okay. Jennifer?
I was just going to note we do still have chinkapin oak on here twice.
Oh. Yes, I see. Now you say.
So that's strongly recommended.
Yeah, there you go.
Really
We like those.
chinkapin oak.
Yeah. Okay. So, in the meantime, obviously, if you see other trees you want to add, others that you think need some different recommendations for, let me know.
Were there any on the list of Ohio trees that John had gotten together that we might want to consider?
Did I? I'm not sure I got a copy of. Did I? Oh yes, yes. John. I thought we'd got most of them on here, but maybe we hadn't.
Well, there were a lot on there that we would not want to include, but I had wondered about the pawpaw, and
Yeah, it should be on the list. Because there's places where it would fit.
and also the
Thought I'd got it in there.
sassafras.
Right.
But I also had questions about the sassafras because I've only seen it where it's forming colonies.
There's there is one on the ridges.
Oh, there's a
Thank
few
you.
big ones there.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, and I don't think that they are a nuisance, but it could be that they're well maintained.
Yeah,
Are they cloners?
They can sucker sprout, but it's nothing regular mowing doesn't,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would definitely include those on there, some of those native trees. Persimmon was another one that I've
Yes.
seen in parking lots, and, you know, it's tough.
Okay.
Just really slow growing.
Now,
And you want the mail.
Don't persimmon and pawpaw, aren't they understory? Don't they really?
Papa in full sun gets a whole different look to it. It'll have a lot more leaves, a lot bigger canopy. So they can thrive in full sun if they've got adequate soil and have been planted properly and all that. So
Enough water.
yeah, in the right site.
That list that John had also had a number of nut trees, the hickories. Are those any that we would want to consider at all?
There is a beautiful hickory on North Congress that some guerrilla planter planted years ago, and it is probably the nicest tree on that whole street. I didn't plant it. I have no idea who. But, I mean, you know, again, it's better to be inclusive.
Yes.
You can always direct people away from trees with large fruit that drop on cars. But you know, like on places like the floodplain and stuff.
No one has suggested black walnut.
they grow without us
I
having to
think
do
it might
much.
be on that list. Is it not on that
No.
list?
No. Okay.
You're really sorry you opened this can of worms, aren't you?
No, I'm fine. I don't know why. I remember looking at John's list. Now you mention it, and I thought I'd included them, but obviously I didn't. So I'll go back and get those put in there.
Yeah, I remember there was box elder, which probably is one that we don't want to, have on the public right of ways. Emily, there were a couple other ones that were probably.
Well, remember,
There
these aren't really right of way trees. We would filter this list if people came to us and said we want to, in order to comply with this, they're going to plant in the right of way. Then we would filter it down and say, well, really, you need to be careful about what we're planting there.
Yeah,
What
I
they
meant
plant
like public
elsewhere.
land, like in a park. Like there probably are a lot. You'd probably never want to plant a box elder in a park. I mean, there's always probably a better tree than that, but some of the trees on his list were okay. I mean, there were a couple in there that were kind of iffy,
But I mean, we often count them if they're pre-existing trees, because it's going to be a long time before anything they plant will have as much
it's true.
coverage as that box elder will.
And if you're a songbird looking for food before you migrate on, south, you're probably glad to have a female box elder.
Yeah. Okay, so one more go around, and I'll get it off to the nursery people as well to get their comments. In the meantime, if you spot anything else, do let me know.
And there were no questions about any of the small flowering trees that I included. Okay.
I don't know, it'd be worthwhile, but possibly doing some type of labeling in the list itself in terms of that this would be an appropriate right-of-way tree, instead of having that filter come to us. So when someone's in the planning, in the planning cycle, they can just these are the trees I have to pick from, and then when they come to us for the first time, they're not going to be turned upside down.
Yeah, we can. Okay, we'll see what we can do. So that'll be footnote 4. The right of way trees.
Well, our goal's 5. We want 5 footnotes.
Okay.
So those will be like with an asterisk?
Yeah.
No. There will be the footnote 4. Literally, they'll have a 4 against them.
Oh, okay.
And they would be.
Okay.
I mean, the first one, obviously, in the list, the Acer Friedmania would be one of those that we would recommend for the right of way. The Norway maple's not a bad one. Obviously, the silver maple's not one we would recommend. But as you begin to go down there, some of those trees, because of fruits and so on, we might not recommend the buckeye, although we have had them planted in the rights of way.
Would it be better, since there's few, maybe to do it the opposite, to maybe asterisk or footnote?
Oh, not
the
suitable.
Trees that are not suitable?
Maybe that.
The list will be smaller and it won't be footnoted.
Could be, yes. Yeah. So not suitable
Here we go.
for right of way. So silver maple.
Yeah,
Yeah, catalpa you probably don't want in the right of way.
probably not.
Yeah. Okay. Good idea. Other comments? Okay. Well, thank you. In that case, we'll move to your item, Ron. Your report.
Well, I don't have much. I sent you all an email regarding our planning so far
Okay.
with the Tree City USA Awards. I included you on that, Jeff. I don't know if that was the right email. I had 2 email addresses for you. So did that one work? Apparently it did. Yeah. Okay. All right. So there we go. I don't know if we need to go all through everything that we talked about. We have a tentative program put together.
And the date is?
April 29th is the date. I'm looking at 8:30 a.m. and conclude by 3.
And this will be up on the Ridges?
This will be at the Ridges Auditorium.
Ridges Auditorium. Okay.
I reached out to Ohio University, Donna Goss, who is their real estate person, and she is looking into seeing what type of reduction in fees we might be able to get through, like maybe a co-sponsorship type of thing.
Okay.
So
yeah.
Anyway, the big things right now are putting the invite all together and the final plan for the program, and then getting a food provider. So.
Okay.
Before you came, I talked to Ann about, a speaker in the morning who might. So she's thinking about that.
Yeah, Dave thought maybe somebody talking about pruning. Yeah, but see, these guys know me. I mean, I work with them they see me every month, sometimes more often. They don't want to hear my rap. They can recite it. It'd be nice to get somebody really, the challenge is a lot of the really dynamic speakers cost money. That's why my conference costs, $25 a head. But you have 100 people come to a conference, it covers it. We may only get 50 to 75 people. That's on the high end if we're lucky.
Is there someone from Hocking College or Ohio University Environmental Plant Biology Department?
Not to put somebody on the spot, but we do have a urban forestry expert in the room.
Oh, what a coincidence.
Well, I actually, maybe this was a defensive mechanism on my part, but the name that immediately came to mind was Brian McCarthy to maybe talk, and it's not urban, but he's got a lot of really neat stuff with the hybrid chestnut.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Yes, it would. And people remember, this is a celebration. They have my conference, they've got Tree Commission Academy, I'm doing stuff all year. This is about them. And so sometimes feel good stuff. Yeah, Brian.
It's a celebration, all right.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Hybrid
Could
chestnut.
you find out if he's available April 29th?
April 29th is a Wednesday.
It is.
It is.
I can do that. He's associate dean now, arts and sciences. So I'm sure he's got plenty of time. So.
And we're thinking to fit into the agenda. It's
if he were available and he couldn't do a full day, we would probably need him sometime between 10 a.m. and 11:30ish.
Okay, I'll check with him tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so with that said, that eliminates that person. No,
No, it's all good.
I
think the tour will be good.
The big thing that we were, or at least I was focused on initially, was time slotting everything equally. And then as we started to talk, we don't need to do that. If someone's only going to take 10 minutes, they get 10 minutes. If somebody's going to take 25, they can get 25. So we can be a little more flexible in our scheduling to maximize our program.
Good.
And Ron, the walking tour of the ridges, is that for historical purposes or for tree purposes?
I'm hoping for trees.
Okay, good.
See, and I, maybe I've done this too long. I wanted to, see all the stuff, that like the Logan. We've gone to the wilds. We've done the scenic railroad at Tree City USA. It does sometimes step away from strict urban forestry, and it's a way because we're going to have people like mayors and service directors.
Well, we could offer a choice. You could go to, because we're going to have more than one guide anyway. They could go to, people go to buildings or people who want to go on the trail. What I'm hoping is the guide on the trail will talk just not what these trees are, but what the trees that were planted there, the original landscaping.
Yeah.
And you could do both on the same tour.
Well, Tom actually has a really nice collection of historic photos that show the plantings and stuff. So that may be able to be covered in before we go out, maybe, and then a split up. You're absolutely right. We do need, because you can't have more than 15 people on a tour. You lose them, don't you think?
If the trail is narrow, then they get spread out, so you really can't do that.
I mean, the nature trail's pretty well.
Some of those are pretty broad, aren't they?
Yeah, and it's pretty well maintained. So it's not a real difficult walk. I mean, there will be some people in attendance that probably can't do it, but for the most part, to get a good feel of the grounds, we'll have a nice tour. But I don't want to be a naysayer about the buildings tour. The problem is it's a Wednesday at around 1. There's a lot of activity going on at the ridges on Wednesday at 1 o'clock.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
And most of the building tours are going to be on weekends. So if we are going to get a building tour, you're not going to be able to get into much. So you're mostly going to do a facade tour, which is fine. But I just want to be a realist here. You're not going to get into much just because of the time. Whereas the grounds tour, we'll be able to do that. We won't have to worry about cars going into parking lots and traffic.
And one way to
people
handle the
walking all over
grounds
place.
tour, if you've got more than 15, if you can get a second person who is aware of what the guide is actually going to talk about, they can be the tail end, and
Susan
they can make sure you don't lose anybody, and they can also help answer questions.
Yeah, I
and
think we
so on.
should bring Susan Calhoun into it, and I'm wondering about Tom Walker. He was instrumental in. He's a guy that was instrumental in establishing, the cemetery end, but he's done a lot of the trail building and supervised that. So we could maybe talk about that later, but those are two people that we could have to help with that.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, those are good ideas.
yeah. Well, good.
We were
Okay.
hoping that you might be able to help.
With the tree?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be glad to.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that you
with
guys
the
want to
tree
keep it pure.
identification.
I guess no bald eagles, but yeah. Remember Logan?
Maybe there will be one.
No,
We have one on the river.
That's true. That's true. Well, I guess the first thing is what I will try to do tomorrow is put together a tentative agenda. I'll send it out to everybody, and we'll get that out. Even if there's things that you want to change, you don't like, let me know ASAP, and then maybe by midweek I'll start getting that out. And what I'll do is send an email blast to all the municipalities that I serve, and then what we ought to do is probably have some paper invites, and this also will include a letter from your mayor, and I'll write the letter for him.
Right.
But and then he will send out some, and I can even do the postage if you guys want me to do that. It's no problem. But kind of with the City of Athens envelope and all that.
Go ahead.
So yeah. So, does that sound good to everybody? So that needs to happen probably by the end of next week. I think we'll shoot for that.
Sounds good. And as I mentioned, if we can try to meet weekly until we finalize everything.
Yeah, so when are we meeting next week?
I don't know. I'll send an email out.
I have to go to Columbus for 2 days. So. Fortunate.
We can even, meet up at the bridges and check out the space and things like that.
Mhm.
It's a really good
That
idea.
might be good.
Yeah.
Go take some pictures of some fancy trees
Yeah.
as well. Just to get a feel for everything
Yeah.
from a timing standpoint. How long does it take to walk the nature trail?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Figuring out
which
where the
nature
loops
trail
are.
were you, the one going
The
up
one that goes,
towards
down
Bayard?
towards the, Piggery Lane, starts down in there.
Okay,
Goes,
Yeah, that's really important.
got it, yeah.
By that time, there should be leaves on the trees.
Oh yeah,
Maybe.
April will be really beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds like a great program. I'm impressed. I think that's going to be great.
Remember the one in the Mead National Forest where it was
Yeah.
really hot and everything, and there were no leaves on the trees, and we really appreciated shade.
Yeah, I got sunburnt
There
that
was
day. That was
none.
April 4th. Never forget it. I got sunburnt that day, and we served hot chocolate, chili, and cornbread. I mean, I cooked it, and it was like 80 degrees. I'm not exaggerating. It was literally 80 degrees. So you never can tell.
Yeah, it could snow. I mean,
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It'll be a beautiful spring day.
It sounds like a really nice program. I really like what you guys have come up with. So this is good. And we'll try to get some. We got a good speaker and.
good.
Anything else, Ron, for for your report?
Yeah, one that's not as happy. 15 Foster Place is coming back into the radar. I don't know if everyone's familiar with it, but there is a huge sycamore tree at 15 Foster.
Oh, yes.
I don't even know
Was
where
this the
Foster
root?
is.
It's off of Schaefer Street between Schaefer and the HD, OU's West Union facility. So basically, what's going on with this tree? It's in good health. That's my problem, but it is definitely outgrown its site. It's into the street. It's into the power lines. Its roots are destroying foundations. It's a significant tree. So it might be coming in the form of a tree permit at some point for our review. And from a health standpoint, the tree's fine. So I don't know what we would do in that situation.
Is there anything nearby, smaller tree or medium size?
No, it's kind of the
Only
giant.
Well, unfortunately, what we're going to do is we're going to kick it up to your boss to decide on, because unless it's a safety
Exactly.
issue, we're going to recommend it's kept.
And something to keep in mind is that trees, when they're that big, they're pretty static. They're pretty much done growing. The damage is, but if new property owners or somebody that's sorry.
No, you're fine. That tree is not a safety hazard. It's just not. It's a great tree in a bad spot.
But what I'm saying is that it's been big for probably 30 years. Why now is all of a sudden, why now do we have to act if it is structurally sound? That it's not like it's leaving it for 5 or 10 more years is going to change. Now, I have great examples. People have big old trees next to their foundations, and they think that the trees are crushing their foundation. Cut the tree down, and the next 8 years, the foundation bows out because all of a sudden, over the next 10 years, the stump is decomposing, and so you create a dynamic situation when you cut down a big tree. So we just might have to really hone our arguments.
Well,
I haven't seen the tree yet, but
I'm gonna play the property owner for a second. It's come back on the radar because the property owner just had another tree in the right of way fall on his house.
oh,
So now he's that's scary. That's number one, and the second one is AEP is using the sycamore tree as an anchor point for their wires.
They use it as an anchor point.
I'm serious. Yeah. So
I'll have to go and have a look.
a lot of water in this tree is an anchor point. It's a superconductor.
I'm not
well,
sure
we could
about
probably
that.
get that addressed. I mean, we could.
I'm not sure about that. Don't I?
I wouldn't want. Well, we just removed a tree on was it Shannon or Wallace? That was the same thing. It was an anchor for an electric line, and we decided we took care of that problem. It's something that we probably shouldn't be doing.
Can't they they should be anchoring it against telephone poles? So couldn't they install a pole in an appropriate location?
Yeah, well, the tree's in the appropriate location.
We need to look at the spot. Yeah, because if you see, Foster Place has houses right on it. So the street is very narrow. You can't fit 2 cars at the same time. And then all of the buildings are right on the street, like the garages
I'm
and
looking
things
it up
like
right
that.
now.
Yeah,
I'm not being rude, sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. It's just a situation. It's very unique.
Yeah, I'd like to go look at it.
Yeah.
I haven't been down there in a long time.
You see the tree, you'll like.
I'll
"That's a nice
understand.
tree."
Yeah.
Where specifically is it again?
It's actually. I was incorrect. It is. Where Smith Street is. Okay, so Smith Street runs perpendicular to Union Street. Foster Place jets off to the east, off of
Is
Smith.
it right off of where the roundabout is?
Yes.
Go straight
Yes.
north, right
Yes.
around that roundabout
That
on West
must be
Street.
really narrow. Is that a little alley? Foster?
It's kind of like an alley, yeah. Yeah.
What kind of tree failed that fell on the house?
I'll have to check my notes. I'm not sure what it was.
Yeah. Well, it's really important to communicate with property owners in those situations because fear is a powerful motivator, and fear. But I think it's up to us to be really thoughtful, especially if this is a tree that's been growing for 150 years. We're losing so many trees, not just in Athens, but everywhere. I'll go look at it. And I guess we all should probably go look at it.
I mean, my recommendation would be to not remove it. I mean, but I can see where the property owner has some concerns about that tree.
But maybe we should all go look at it and then communicate with the property owner together, face to face, and at least hear them out. And
I'm meeting with him on April 16th when it's in full bloom.
oh, okay.
It'd be good to have a health assessment of the tree. I mean, I'm sure Anna could look at it real quick.
It's Greg Chapman, if anyone knows Greg.
I don't. It is good to it's all about that relationship and stuff. And so hear them out, let them state their concerns and stuff, and then we can always build on that and educate him. Because if the tree is structurally sound and not a threat to his property, we need to.
I talked to him on the phone yesterday for about 45 minutes, and we were just talking about the tree and his situation. He had to do an insurance claim for the tree that fell on the house. But anyway, yeah, he basically he understands where we're coming from as a tree commission that has ordinances, but he also has his argument too, and he's agreed to meet with me on the site on that day. So I don't want to overwhelm him with people, but definitely if you were available, that would be great.
What time is your meeting?
1 o'clock.
Yeah, I'll try to be there. But I think let's all go look at it together, separately too, and kind of discuss.
Yeah,
Well,
pre-permit look.
we're going to be meeting again as a commission on April 9th, so we should get back at that point with you and give you our opinions
That would be great.
in preparation for
I
the
think
meeting
I've seen
the
that
following week.
tree.
So it is on Foster Place.
It's on Foster Place. 15 Foster is that. Yes.
Look at the canopy that thing's creating on Google Earth.
Oh yeah, it's something else.
It's impressive.
Okay.
Because it hangs over the park.
We lost.
Right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
We lost 2 trees that we know of in the snow last week.
Mm-hmm.
We lost one on University Estates Boulevard and one on Coventry. Both pines, I believe. So
That would make sense. Yeah.
yeah, they were just.
Yeah.
And they just, yeah,
So the
both of them
University
covered-
Estates tree must have been an original tree then. rather
It
than-
was. It covered the road. Yeah, it covered the road. It was significant. Both of them covered the road.
Is that in a right-of-way position?
You know, I believe both trees were right-of-way trees. I did not measure.
So we should
But-
try and get something back then in the planting in the fall, if we can.
Yes,
Okay.
that's all I have.
Okay. Well, thank you. And that pretty well covers the next item, maintenance of the tree canopy. Is there any other items that the commissioners want to raise?
Are we going to try to do Arbor Day this spring or later, or shouldn't I?
I would love to do it on Arbor Day itself this year. So that's coming up.
Yeah, it's the 24th, the week before Tree City USA. Why don't you do it the day of Tree City USA? Get with Susan and offer to plant a tree and have a big tree planting after lunch or after a tour or something. I mean, get the newspaper there, and the mayor will be there. You can read the proclamation.
There are two city parks there that we could use.
Oh yeah, you go down the hill and where that that needs trees too. I think.
I mean, the walking tour will go right past that.
Yeah. Yeah. Think about it.
Work hard, work smarter, not harder.
I think that's a great idea. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, tree plantings are nice. Yeah, you can
So the
show them how it's done. Here's the thing too, and I hate to say that. Show the other municipalities how to really do it, because and Ron, you are great at Arbor Day, and I'm not saying you have to invite a bunch of people, but the way you project to everybody, the way you have the contractor there waiting in the wings, when the mayor comes down and reads the proclamation, because I think a lot of these towns, they've been doing it so many years, they get it in a rut, and I think you could add freshness to that and kind of inspire them a little bit.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Ann.
And what if we put in a really interesting tree?
Like a hybrid chestnut.
Yeah.
The research is done on
The revised
this, but-
agenda is 8:30 a.m. until 9:30 p.m.
No, I'm already thinking the 8:30 thing. We're going to have to revise that.
Or a
People
Kentucky
from Portsmouth
coffee
will
tree.
kill you.
What I don't particularly, I'm not opposed to the idea of having Arbor Day. I think killing 2 birds with 1 stone is a great idea, but I love having young children there, and we won't have young children there if we do it.
Yeah, it is
You
an
could do a
opportunity
bonus
when
Arbor
we
Day in
use
the fall.
children.
We could.
But you should still
That's a
cover your
2-for-1
butt.
sale on Arbor Days.
Yeah. It always makes me nervous when you wait to the last minute. I'm always
October
like,
is not the last minute.
well, I'm always like, is Athens going to
December 31st is the last minute.
And we've planted trees in December.
I know. I'm aware. Well, something to think.
I think we
on.
should do it. I think it's a good idea. So
Do you want me to plug it into the agenda and you all think on it?
we'll
You'll get
meet
my
next week,
email
and we'll
And Ron,
talk
that
about
doesn't
that.
mean that we can't plant a tree at Morrison in the fall also.
Yeah, we could do
Because
it.
we're going to
Oh,
be doing
absolutely.
fall.
And it's we can do Arbor Day at Morrison in 2016 too.
That's true.
So
And the city of Athens has never pursued a Tree City USA Growth Award. And the kind of stuff that you're talking about would be the kind of things that you would do if you wanted to have a growth award. And so, you have to do more than just Arbor Day. So think on that, not to put more on his plate. But
What about planting those 6,000 trees? That's a lot of growth.
yeah, that is. Yeah, that is. Yeah, shoot.
yeah. So if
you got
anybody's
that?
not doing anything on April 7th,
Oh,
we
my gosh.
we can use a few hands.
April 7th?
Mm-hmm. We're actually having 2 plantings that day. We're going to do a noon to 4 planting, and in order to accommodate other volunteers, we're going to do a 5 to 8 planting.
And if people are interested in this, how should they contact you?
Just
Or
email me.
they would email you. Okay.
And a Tuesday, not a weekend, or it'll
It's
be.
a Tuesday. It's April 7th.
Is, how
and
many
I think it's
seedlings? Is it
7,000.
Lots
I
and
wonder
lots
if
of
you
trees.
shouldn't have because you figure that each volunteer can plant 100 trees without wanting to put the double bar in your forehead, and so you need a lot of volunteers. But you might want to say, hey, we'll also do it on that Saturday or something too. You might get more volunteers if you do it on some on a weekend. I don't know. Sorry, should I shut up and leave you alone?
No, I agree, but the timing is such that April is just hugely busy,
I know.
and then May there's nobody here.
Yeah.
You know, so it's
Yeah.
April.
Yeah, and that's better
we
for the
have to
trees,
take it.
too.
Yeah, so we have to take the days where we get the people,
Mm-hmm.
and April, the following weekend I think is Mom's weekend.
Oh.
No, that's the first weekend of April. Nope. The second weekend of April is Mom's weekend, so you're not going to get very many
I
volunteers on
think those moms
weekend.
would be
Moms
much.
would be glad
They
to
would
come
be
out
much
and
better.
Yeah. Yeah.
The debauchery on Court Street. Yeah, I think give them a wholesome option.
Great thing to
I'm
cure
one
a
of those
hangover.
moms.
The moms will be out there planting.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I think what'll happen is you do need to have a plan for the leftovers because you got to keep them cool and moist. And I mean, if you are able to plant that many trees in one day, my hat goes off to you.
Well, we'll see what happens. I don't know if we're going to plant all of them that day or not, or if we're going to get all of them that day or not.
If you can get the Boy Scout troops.
We have them.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Good. Okay. Well, is there anything else?
Is there any other?
Yes, right. If not, we have the minutes of the last meeting to peruse. Does anybody need a copy of those? Can I have a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll approve.
Thank you.
Second?
Thank you, Jennifer. Any comments or discussion about the minutes?
Let's do it.
Okay. Assuming there's no objections, we will approve the minutes of the last meeting. And our next April 9th at 7 p.m. as usual. Thank you. We are adjourned.